what's going on? My name's Mike. Welcome back to the channel. Today I've got another free patch for you HX Stomp and Helix users, and this one's a little bit different today. So all the patches I've kind of come out with so far are maybe based on more of the traditional amps, traditional praise and worship style stuff, you know, Fender, Vox, Matchless, stuff like that. But I wanted to do something a little bit different. So today I've got a patch for you based on the Cali Texas Ch1, which is the Mesa Boogie Lone Star. A little more modern, quite a different tone, especially when it comes to a little bit of that amp character and some of the speaker cabinet sounds. But they sound great. So as always, we've got two patches. We have a dual amp patch made to be integrated into a full board. You guys will hear that. And then we have an all-in-one patch that is one instance of the amp, dual cab, wet effects after, and we're using snapshots to control some amp gain, and then I think a tube screamer in front to give you all of your drive tones. So let's hop over and check those out. As always, you can grab this patch down at my Buy Me a Coffee page. It is free, so help yourselves. And as always, let me know what you guys think. If it works for you, great. If not, please let me know. Just here to be a resource for you guys. Let's check it out. So we're taking a look at the this dual Cali patch, starting with the amp patch made to be integrated with a full pedal board. So really quickly through the patch, I've got the Flexo Vibe. We'll hear this stuff in a second. And I've kind of labeled this Flexo Vibe because it's kind of a vibe with a little bit of extra something. After that, the Legacy Analog Chorus sounds nice. Reverb and delay set my effects loop per usual. And then two instances of the Cali Texas Ch1. Again, that is kind of the Mesa Boogie Lone Star-ish, you know, or style amp. We do have two snapshots here, a single coil and a humbucker, and those just adjust kind of volume and drive. Humbucker is a little cleaner, single coil is got a little more grit to it. After that, we have these amps are set up pretty similar. You can see there's some slight differences here. I didn't want them to be exactly the same, but I tried to make them work. The major differences are going to be here in the cab section. We have 2x12 Mandarin 30, so that's kind of an orange vintage 30 style with that 4038 ribbon. On the other side, the 1x12 Cali 4 with a 57. These both sound good. The issue that I kind of had, and I tried to fix it, but then I just kind of accepted it. So particularly with this amp patch, I found that the levels, the way the amps kind of react, sometimes they're clean, one side's a little bit louder, and then you add a drive and then they kind of flip-flop. So I did my best to match them, but at the end of the day I kind of just accepted it because that's kind of real life. Like if you have two amps, they're not going to react the same to your pedals, and it kind of gives a good dimension. So as long as they're close enough, it'll work. But please keep that in mind. Let me know if it's a problem, because I really tried to match them, but did my best. Doesn't always work out. After the cabs, we have a parametric EQ section. Again, a couple cuts here in the mids. You'll see me use this 1.8 and about this 7K, and that's just to reinforce some of the frequency responses of a natural guitar speaker. I have a whole video on that. Please check that out if you're curious. And then, as often as possible, the dynamic ambience, give us a little room vibe. Oh. Love that. I feel like that just helps out so much, especially when you're on ears or whatever it may be. So let's hear it. As always, all we have right now is some compression at the board, and we'll hear some tones. So breaking up a little bit, really like that. Up first, the Flexo Vibe. think the Flexo Vibe's a kind of a unique, unique effect. So hopefully you guys like that. And then the analog chorus. You can start to hear there what I'm talking about, how the amps react differently to different things. I think a lot of it comes down to the cabinets and mics, but you can hear between even just the two effects. One side might pop a little bit more, so I think it's cool. I think it adds dimension, and again, I think it's more realistic to real life. So here's our clean. Let's add the Timmy. You start to hear that character a little bit. I think that the Cali, those kind of Mesa Boogie amps have a little bit of fuzziness. Part of that's the cabinets a little bit, but it's a unique character, and we'll hear it as we kind of add some more gain. So let's put the Tube Screamer in front. And definitely a little more modern gain characteristics with the cabinets versus maybe some of the more vintage stuff that we've been using in the past. Again, here's the Flexo. Actually, let me add some reverb and delay, and then we'll hear some of these effects. Analog chorus. And then let's do some drive. With the Tube Screamer. What's not to like? Again, I hope that's something a little different. Different character for you, but that's it. So let's move on swiftly to the all-in-one patch. Here we go. So here we go. We've got the all-in-one patch. You'll see it's pretty simple. The Lone Star amps take a little more DSP than maybe some of these other ones, so I had to go with a single amp instance, dual cab, keeping the parametric EQ, and then stereo delay and reverb after. And we're using the Scream 808 up front. But starting with the deluxe comp, that's really my go-to. Sounds good, sounds neutral, can't hate it. Let me bump this up a little bit. And for our snapshots here, in terms of drive, actually you can hear our reverb and delay are a little more subtle here than they typically are. For our drive, we have the, for snapshots, excuse me, we have a clean snapshot, a drive snapshot, which is turning up the amp gain, And then the lead snapshot, which is turning on the tube screamer kind of in a boost setting. Carrying on through the signal chain, of course, we've got one instance of the Cali Texas Ch1. These cabinets are similar, with the exception of this microphone. I think it changed this one. Just because I was messing with it, liked it, no other reason than that. Of course, these cabinets are panned, stereo parametric EQ, stereo delay. We're using the Adriatic delay. I really like that. Sounds like these reverb and delay settings are a little maybe subdued compared to some of my normal settings, but that's okay. Dynamic plate sounds great. Let me hit the wet effects over here on switch 2. So really kind of letting the amp tones shine a little bit more in this one. So let me run through some snapshots and wet effects, and you guys can hear this and move on with your day. So starting with snapshot 1 with our wet effects on. Look, and that's that, guys. So again, I hope these 2 patches are helpful. Please, I welcome your feedback. So let me know if you like them. Let me know if you use them. If you have critiques, please. And as always, you can find them down at the link below in the description at my Buy Me a Coffee page. So check those out. Check the other patches out. And if you like them, consider subscribing, because I'm really kind of thinking about spending more time diving into some patches. And I just want to be a resource for you guys. So appreciate you, and we'll see you guys next time.